Welcome back. We are still discussing attending to the needs of aging parents. So I just said, lastly, at what age do we really consider elderly?
Okay, the definition of old people, according to the United Nations, is that anybody over the age of 60 years is an older person in the society. Okay. But then again, we have retirement age in Nigeria. You have some jobs where retirement age is 65, 70 for some. Then you have teaching is 60 for those ones. So it is just safe to assume that once you attain that age of 60, you have lived life, you have worked, you have done different things. It's better for you to now sit back and enjoy the fruit of your labor and watch every other thing. Like maybe cater to your family, volunteer for community service programs or things like that. Church programs, yes, that's another thing. Another way we can keep our parents to be active. Because they cannot just sit at home. Someone that is used to going out in the morning, coming back in the evening, will now tell me because I've retired, I will not sit in one place. Most times they won't even sit. So it's only if you want to deceive yourself. So you have to look for things around, maybe help them develop hobbies.
Busy,
help them develop hobbies, help them maybe take out time to watch movies, go to the cinema, do something with them once in a while.
Personally, when I looked at it, I found out that there are people who started early. Some people started early. At age 40, they been able to train some of their children to university level at age 40. At age 50, you find out that these people are already married and they have started having children. At 50, she is already a grandma, visiting from one house to another. At that age, because especially if she is no longer working, at that age, especially if she's doing business, they will still do family business. At that age, she can still be considered elder. Like she said, there are the age that are started that this is actually the 60, 65 and all of that. But we find out that this is peculiar to each family. If you have a family unit that the family is sure that they'll be able to train their children, they have become independent at age 55, their parents can be considered elderly. Because and one other thing, we need to train our children as we train ourselves. That, like you said, they should be able to give back the investments that were placed upon them. So at 55, a child should be able to collect salary and be able to send a token to the parents.
Even if he knows he has.
Because if we don't train them early enough, some, just like you said, I have some siblings that would say, my salary is not big enough. Salary is not big enough. And
it's never big enough.
What salary? Somebody is still grumbling that my salary is no more than 700,000 and he's still grumbling. He's grumbling. Do you understand that? So instead of that, why don't you start? Even if your salary is still like 100, take out 5,000.
10,000.
Because the parents that actually invested in you, some of them denied themselves food. They denied themselves clothing. They denied themselves
so many comforts, just to make sure
so that they will be able to give and invest in your life. So, like I said, even if there are no specific age, once we have children who have become independent and they can sustain themselves, they should be able to relate with their parents.
So we're saying not only when we have the fiscal money, we're not talking only money.
There are several other things we could do.
You, yes.
Help them, clean because
keep them clean, the environment clean.
Yes.
If you know you can also do that, you want to engage
a professional.
Do so. Domestic, do it well. Look for those agents that can provide you domestic, staffs
with close monitoring.
Do some close monitoring. Do take them
it's safe
to
for
hospital
security
and make sure talk to police to make sure that the person doesn't have any wahala before you leave such person with your parents. As we have bad people, we still have good people as well.
Of course.
We won't say because some domestic workers are bad, therefore we cancel it completely.
No.
This electricity we're enjoying now, it kills, isn't it?
It does.
But if NEPA strike now, I still call them NEPA, whatever they call themselves. We will see. We'll say, oh, NEPA, But it kills. You see how you can electrocute somebody and all that. So we're not saying because of this, God will help us to choose a better domestic help for our aged parents. But the other school of thought also says that we have early elderly. And they put the age between 65 65 to 74.
Okay.
They classify that as early elderly.
Elderly.
They now have late elderly.
Yes.
They put the age from 75 to above. To uncle's mother now, this is already 94. That's the real old,
The late elderly.
elderly. And so, but I said here, and it still depends on their living conditions.
Yes.
You see, for instance, my husband's uncle is 90 years. I visited him just a week ago. The way he jumped up from seat, 90 years. This year I turned 90. The way he jumped in, that's why, follow me. I said, Papa, you seem so smart. But then there are some that's 65, 70. They're already in your car. So that's why I say it depends on living conditions.
Yes.
So we are just trying to guess, to classify some early elderly and old elderly, you understand, or late elderly, because of. So I believe to somebody like me now, I'll turn 60 a few months from now. I'll turn 60 years this year. But I still live by His grace. If I'm 80, I'll still be ja. That is it, by His special grace of God.
Amen.
So it is important you take care of your parents, your elderly parents. Take care of them because they labored for you as much as you can. If you don't have the physical money to send, be there to do one to another. Even to even tell story, rub her back, but just do that. Clean where she stays. Keep her surrounding clean. We're only helping them, waiting till when God will say, "Come home." So by that moment, they need us. They need also want to go to their ancestors with joy and happiness. For instance, when my father died, before he gave a breath last, he was telling people, "My children tried. My son-in-law, I'm the only girl my father has. So my son-in-law took me to UCH Ibadan, up to UCH Ibadan." He was bustling with it. We heard him saying that. Just after 1 month, he gave up the ghost. But in that period, people are coming to see. We're telling them how much we try to see that he lives. So this is very, very important. So do so. No matter how small, even if 5,000 are able to send to your parents, even though you're not working, but you're already at the age. It's not the situation we have in Nigeria make you not to have a good job. But you have small things you're doing. That small thing, please remember to give mommy 5,000. Give daddy, as the case may be. They will pray for you, and that prayer works. That is the
Now
truth of the
that
matter.
you have mentioned that, I think I'm bold to say
Okay.
that from the scriptures, you find out that is the first commandment that attached a promise. It says,
Exactly.
honor the
Honor your
father
father and your mother.
and your mother.
Then your days may be
that
long.
your
Days may be
days
long.
will be long. Like you have said, there are some prayers that are not spoken. When you as a child, you have done some things, and your mother look up and say, "Thank you." You understand?
They made a good prayer.
It goes into space, create a room, and wait for an appointed time.
Yeah, that's
for
true.
you. So that's why there are certain things. That's why we have to be very careful what we attract, whether we attract blessings or we attract curses.
From
Okay,
our
sorry
parents.
that I'm saying this is not regular. We said family. We are looking at the family setting.
Yeah.
But one day, Jacob woke up and said, "I want to bless my children," and he looked at his first son. He said, "Reuben, thou shalt not excel." He said, "Unstable as water, thou shalt be." When we find out that the life of until that curse was
broken,
reversed,
yes.
was broken, he actually dwelled in emptiness. So when we take care of our aged parents, we find out that it's easy too that our children will be able to take care of us.
Exactly. All right, thank you so much. We'll take a break now. And when we come back, enter question and answer session. Vivid View. Say and do it.
This is Vivid View.